Good morning, guys. It is Monday. It is a public holiday. Don't even know which one. We're taking the head off the bloody S2000 today. So, yeah. Let's make a bloody start, eh? Righto, all set up. Let's see how quickly I can bloody do this, eh? Rightio, intermission break. See if I can show you what it is that we found at the track with this, then just turn it around. So, number one, and there's bloody, see that? No, because I've put the bloody camera in the shade. There we go. I'll get it. Give me a hot second. So, I don't have the bloody... Okay, so now that we've cut back to where we were, this here. I don't know if you guys, hold on, can you guys see a little bit of movement that that's got? I think you can. Yeah. Yeah, see that little bit of movement there? Tappet adjustment, that's probably a little bit loose. But this one here has zero, like none. The cam's also got this little bit of like fretting on it, kind of. Even the rocker, like a tiny bit, probably not much to worry about. The roller, sorry. But the other weird thing is, if I just push on this, solid as. Come on, focus camera. You're made for this. Yeah, can barely like move it. This one here, super loose. I don't know if you guys can see. I can actually move this around. See? I know you can see that, don't lie to me. Anyway, take my word for it. Something funky's going on in here. So, sorry, something funky's going on here. So, got the bloody cams out, the rockers, everything. And what in the bloody Nora is going on here? This should be like, you know, not removable. Preferably. So, cheers. It looks like that exhaust valve is 100% bent. And there's a little collet just hanging out in there. So, she's definitely bent to valve lads. Definitely. No bloody good. So, not everything that I do so quickly. But we've got the bloody head off. So that's good. What isn't good though is that. That ain't good. At all. And one other thing that's not very good is that. That's also not so good. What does look like it's good is... It looks like I got lucky with the bore. Pretty much. Just run my finger across it. And the bloody torch is getting in the way. Hold on, cooler. Yeah, there. I've been running my finger across that. But that looks okay. So, if there's any positives to take away from that, is that the special Honda S2000 cylinder sleeve crap is still good, and the crank is good, but probably the bearings might have had a wee bit of a... Oh, that's not going to be good for you guys. The bearings might have had a wee bit of a hit. So, cool story. I was really hoping to get one more event out of this car, and then it was some big plans coming, which I haven't told you guys of yet, but we might be fast forwarding into that now. Other than that, through the head and everything else, it seemed fine. But you shouldn't be able to see daylight through there. Hold on, I'll show you. Look at that. That's some open valve action. Sweet. So that's what I found. We'll see. I'll see what I'm going to do now. I'm going to let you guys know soon. I'll have some yarns. The guys at Calford are going to get a hold of the head anyway. I don't think it's not going to be a problem to sort that. But considering the bottom end probably has to come apart, might pull the motor out of here. Maybe. And saying that, everything's quite easy to get through to the bottom end. Oh, that's another exciting little wee find I found. This here. I found 1.5 collets. But the rest of the stuff's alright. Like, that's got a wee mark on it maybe in the collet. I wasn't even bloody filming it. In the collet in there. And the keeper sort of taper, maybe it's a wee bit messed up, so I might get another one of them. Actually, in saying that, it's probably either getting all factory stuff to return this motor back to factory, and possibly look into another more serious one, which was the plan anyway. But I'd like to rebuild this one back to factory. Maybe change all these valves back for normal ones. Maybe keep this head and build this one up to the new Mac Daddy head, and the other head that I've got is pretty much refreshed, just needs a couple of sort of missing pieces. That might be a good factory head to slap back onto this block once I've had a look at the bearings and stuff in it. So yeah, that might still be in this video because I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, new bloody day. We've got Baden Phillips Motorsport. G'day. We've got some news, some bad news. Insert bad news here, you'll see it. Oh, sorry! Fuck's sake, sorry! So now that you've seen that, luckily the fellas at Turbo are going to be all over that. So should get that back in time. And what I mean by in time is I've almost got everything I need to put this thing back together. Hopefully you guys can hear me from the back a bit better now, because I just changed some mic settings. And yeah, we got Pepper Performance. It's giving me some parts. We've got rod bolts, we've got rod bearings, we've got head gasket coming. Calford have been absolute friggin' legends and dealing with the head that I had on in this car originally, which got refurbished, and they're just, what we're going to do is keep the factory valves. They're going to put all their own Calford top end sort of set up in it, their beehive springs and retainers and stuff. So they're going to build that head for me, factory valve, because we can't get the Ferrea valve back in time, and put it all back together before Drift South next weekend, all going well. So yeah, me and Braden today are hopefully going to, well, we should manage to get to the whole bottom end out, pull the piston out, replace the piston, replace the bearings, place the gauge, the whole shebang, da-di-da-di-da, get that done today. Then hopefully Monday receive my head gasket. Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday-ish the guys will have the head done. Somewhere around there the turbo will be done. So hopefully Thursday, Friday, maybe a Friday night mission, get it bloody finished. We'll see. Anyway, I don't know how much videoing I'm going to do while I'm doing this. Maybe give Braden the old camera when I'm fizzing in there. But I'll just show you what the underside of the engine and cool stuff looks like. So, okay, bye. Bloody hell, Braden. We're just off to do some measuring, which you'll see soon. Oh, this is way better than Turbo VT. Holy hell. Holy hell. Holy hell, Braden, it's so fast. It's so fast, 100. I don't know if you can even hear me anymore, so we're going to do some measuring of things. Right, guys, we're at the workshop. We're going to give you to Braden. Here you go. You want to flip that around. So what we've done is we've used the factory rod bolts and measured the roundness of this, and figured out that it's 0.01 mil between, crossways this way, which I guess is like factory tolerance enough. So now we're putting the ARPs in, which you're supposed to be able to use, and they were 45 for the pound, bro. Get make sure. So, yes, 45. So we've already done a pass, which do another pass roughly about here. And then go to 45 from there. So 44.2 0. So that's 50. 45. Is that uptight now or what? So now, bore gauge, which I have zeroed before on the rod. So go this way. Just trying to see there. So it's slightly tighter maybe by 0.005. So we'll just that's still recording. It's this one that you want normally. And then we'll go this way. So I don't know what happened to the video there, guys, if it's stuffed it. We won't hire Braden again. So that there is 0.15 different. So we'll go back to this way. Yeah. So if the factory was 0.01 and this is 0.015, I'd say that that's not out of round much further than standard, considering we reuse the standard bolts. They're probably not even as tight as they'll have. So we'll chuck all these back into the rods. So snap back to the workshop, the garage workshop. Rightio, I thought I'd show you under here. Sweet, cool, bye. Nah, tricking. Alright, this is what it looks like under here. So that's the journal for number 1. Is it focused? You guys tell me. Look at it, it's plenty. Oh, move the torch, eh? Look at that. It's like brand new. Look at the colour of the, can you see the colour of the crank? Yes you can. Forged crank, baby. Right, here's a wee just tip for you guys who maybe don't know, probably most of you know. But the reason one of the reasons these are quite strong is, see how this is the girdle that ties in the crank mains, but this piece of aluminium is one piece and it's bolted around the whole way around the outside as like a secondary sump, and this just ties everything in. So it's like a, you know, when you hear of 8 bolt mains, 12 bolt mains or whatever, this is like a bloody 25 bolt main, if that's, you know, how you look at it. But it's all looking really good under here. So what we're going to do as well is, once we change this rod, I've decided I'm going to reuse the bearings. We're going to put ARP bolts in. You just saw us size those. I'm going to reuse the bearings. Let's see how this engine goes, because it's got a few scratches on the cylinder, and it might mean that I pull this out at some point in the future and properly oversize it with Honda, like oversized pistons, and leave the FRM, which is that cylinder sort of lining, leave that done like that. So I've had that opinion from 2 engine builders that it's fine to reuse those bearings. So, and I also believe that anyway. Going to use those. The rods are still in round with the new fasteners. So Braden is loyally just cleaning me some that's there, and I'm just about to do this one and slap it back together. We'll cut to sliding the old piston in. Is this thing on? Right. So we've lined up the rings, we've set this in, we're just about to, hopefully with some luck, just bang that down. Like a glove. So now, Braden, if you don't mind, passing me that. Cheers.
Cheers.
And you go down there and make sure that the old Rodney. Oh, the bloody numbers are different. Oh, God. Now it's not matching. Too bad the matching one is over there in a pile of crap. Let me know when you're ready, mate.
I can't quite reach it yet, so...
Yeah, you won't be able to reach it. I'll just keep going down. Yeah. Yeah. A bit more.
I'll go back up a little bit.
I can't go up.
I'll
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah. You guys can even see.
Yeah.
Yeah, down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's happy?
Yeah.
Feels bloody happy.
Looks happy.
Cheers. Right, we'll chuck the bloody rod bolts on. Maybe we'll get... I'll see if I can set yours up there. We'll get the rod. Where is the rod? Here, the rod bolts. And the 10mm. Oh, and a bit of oil, surely. Bit of motor. Surely a bit of motor. Oh yeah, wee bit on there, wee bit on... Oh, yum. Righto. Chuck this in. See if I can set yours up. Set yours up. Something so you can see. Through here. That's the best you're going to get, guys. Righto. Where are the numbers? Shit. Like that. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Can't fuck that up actually because it's got dowels, so that's good. I have cleaned that surface. You want to hold that piston down, bro? Yep. So, yeah, that's feeling good. Can I have those wee bolts? So, because I'm reusing the old rings, we're not going to plastic gauge this because there's no need to. Ah, cheers. Yep. Another tip with these bolts, which won't focus. These, you need to put the ARP lube on the under the head as well as the thread. That way, when it spins freely. So you get a true torque measurement. All right. Can I have the torque wrench in that 10mm, please, bro? With that extension. Oh, so the 10mm in the torque wrench box, yeah. Well, hopefully you guys find this somewhat interesting. Oh, if I go here, that's better. Yeah, so that extension is just sitting on the side somewhere, bro. No? It might be the only one. Dogging. So the torque for this is 45 Newton meters. I'm just going through and just tightening them up sort of more and more by hand. Because 45 Newton meters was a lot last time I did this. Righto, let's adjust this. $44, $45. That is good. It will be good. Oh, wonderful. Oh. Nice. Nice. So now one other thing you can check is that this moves around a little bit. You can see that. And the other thing, you want to hold that chain up, Braden. Has Because it's good to check after every time you do something. Not necessarily after every time, but everything should spin freely. I don't know if you guys, if I put my hand there, you can't see anything, so that's cool. If I grab the... Can't even grab that. God. Well, I can't even bloody do anything from here. Anyway, see how I can spin it by hand by grabbing a counterweight? Can you even see? You can't even see because my bloody hand's in the way. Anyway, take my word for it. I'm not lying, but it's good sign that you can spin the stuff by hand. So maybe if Broden just spins it, can you just spin it with the chain, bro? You can't. You're too weak. Now you've ruined my bloody video. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. No, don't worry, because you might just pull on it on the side. But anyway, we consider that it's got movement in it, so it's not tight and bound up against it. Can you see? You can't even see. Can you see? Hold on. I'll tell you what's not cool for this. Not having a GoPro and using this big, enormous camera that's just blocking all the light. Oh, anyway, it's got movement in it. Right. See you later. Oh my god. I don't know if it... Fuck. I'm just going to trim this down. Hey guys, so it's been a week since the last video. I've got some exciting things done. So, look at that. Head all set up by Calfords with their beehive springs and retainers. We're just going to run factory valves in it for now because I couldn't get replacement for rear valve. We did actually find an issue with the old valve train setup, which I might go into detail at a later point. But I won't be using what was in there before because it did cause both my problems. But anyway, that's ready to go back on, planed and everything. Andy's given us a hand. Amy is here. And also the guys at Turbo Care, brand new turbo. Not sure if I showed you or I will insert, or you've probably already seen what the exhaust wheel used to look like. And there you go, that's what it's supposed to look like. So that's all new. More oil coming from Tyrrell. Gasket, like genuine Honda gasket. We've got Marlon Pepper from Pepper Performance has given us a replacement for this piston. And some rod bearings and things that you saw me do before. And we had Vinifab, Lars from Vinifab, short notice weld that on there for me. So something that could have caused the issue with the old valve was exhaust back pressure. So I want to be able to monitor that. So I'll be putting that on and working that out and getting that data for both Turbo Care and Calford and myself to not have this happen again. But as I said, we did find something wrong with that old setup. So yeah, chances are that's not going to happen again. So we're just going to get into this. I might possibly chuck you up there on a wee time lapse like this if that's going to look alright. I'll have a play around. We'll see you a bit later on. So the trick is to get your apprentice to do the important jobs. So he builds them to both blame them later and have an excuse when it fucks out.
True.
So Andy's going through and just doing the head bolts. I told him not to get distracted, but then I pulled the camera out, so that was not bad. He's putting that on, intake manifold's on, exhaust manifold's sitting in there. I've clocked the new turbo. I've realised, so I'm going to have a wee proud moment here, right? Because when I designed this intercooler setup with the pipes running through here and down, you know, both of them, there's a rag sitting on that one, I designed it in such a way that if my intercooler pipes were coming loose, they couldn't fall out. And lucky I did, because I'll show you this scene probably a bit easier. Wow, I will not be showing you jack shit over there. This is not attached it's completely come off. The intercooler, which you can't see, but trust me, it's at the front of the vehicle, is actually completely loose. And if you look here, that's me literally pushing up on the intercooler. So I can figure out from that. I can't really see anything, but and you'd probably be looking at some, yeah. So intercooler there, just push it up and down. So finally, the mounts that I made for them, made for the intercooler, must have failed. So it's a major to get all this off. So we won't be doing anything about that until Drift South, until after Drift South. But just goes to show, if you do your intercooler piping properly, your intercooler can almost fall out, and you still make £20 a boost. How's it going, Andy? Sweet, so you're just going to go through and check those. All good. The silicone hoses. So this is a common failure point for boost control, is for the silicone hoses to perish. But this has been on the wastegate since I put it on. You can still feel that it's super soft, and it hasn't, you know, even on the inside, obviously, where the nipple actually goes in, it's still fine. So that's sweet. It's just something I always look after to make sure nothing bad happens to it. So yeah, clock the turbo, clock the drain. Gonna have to find a replacement one. This is the alternator bolt that decided that it didn't want to be a part of this vehicle anymore. So I'll have another one of those in the shed somewhere. And yeah, that's kind of how we're going for now. Look at that, just over midnight. Got Andy in the car. It's looking like a bloody car. We've put everything that we need to on it. And what we're going to do now is bleed the turbo. So we've got the cam angle sensor unplugged. And Andy is going to turn this on. We're going to watch this until it leaks oil. So just crank it for a wee while, Andy. Keep an eye on the oil pressure light. Just give it a wee smoke out. We might have to put the bloody jump pack on this. That battery's not loving it. Oh, let's have a... Right, so do that again. Just keep an eye on the oil light if it goes out. Alright, yeah. Give it another wee break. Oh, we've not got bloody oil coming in here. See, this is why you do this stuff though. Oh. Oh. Righto, Andy, give it one more like that. Was the oil light gone out?
Nah.
True. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to put the oil pump in. No, I'm kidding. Alright, we'll skip this. We'll get some oil pressure, then we'll come back to it. Alright, we literally just put the bloody jumper on it and pretty much straight away hit it. So just go a bit more, Andy. You guys will see that it's going to make a little It's alright, keep going. Leaking out of there. You can't really see it. Oh, yeah, stop. Oh, can you see it? Oh, yeah, there it is. That is some disgusting looking oil. I'll wipe that quickly before it runs away with me. And then do this up. What's weird, Andy? Yeah. Do this up. Yeah, we listen to Ariana Grande around here. It's all good. Just confident of my sexuality, that's... Right, just going to do this up. You guys can look over here while I'm doing it. now we've done that, this car doesn't have an adjustable CAS, so we're not going to do the base timing on this. We just did the actual timing on it. So now if I plug this back in, go for it, Andy. See if it'll bloody actual start. Yeah, it's E85 cold start, so just like off the key, start it, and if it doesn't start in like 2 seconds, just give up and try again. Oh yeah. Come on, you beast. Yeah, keep going. Oh yeah, it'll start now. One more. Don't you love roast gas? There we bloody go. That sounded real flash for a hot second, eh? And so that's running on 4 cylinders, so that's a very good start. Look at that. Come on. Make some boost. Go. Go. Make some bloody boost. Good. Cool. We'll let this warm up. We'll get some bloody water in there. Make sure there is oil in there. And then bedtime, because I've got work at 6 in the morning. Bloody hell.